Alright. Slowly but surely, I'm gonna solve this mystery to figure out what the hell is going on with this art, lack thereof. Here, we're not Spider-Man. Previously when we left off, we discovered what was inside our friend Nero, the scriptwriter's room. It wasn't good. Pretty bad. Disturbing. Then we played some piano, got a rose from Nero. Interesting. Game frozen. There we go. No, I don't think so. I previously left myself a very solid place to start next day's event. I could use some coffee. It's fine. It'll be okay. It's a mystery game, not a. Look, there's even a dog. There he is. What a good pupper. A heckin' good woofer. Of course you can pet them. So, one of the things that we've been trying to do since the very beginning of getting to uh, this caravan. And we did that yesterday at the end of the stream. We met up with our dear friend, the owl girl. No, money. No, I can't. Where's it going? Huh? It's coming back. Those are my laser eyes. After all, the title of the game is Lorelei and the Laser. Because some nonsense is going. Well and true. Be welcome to Teatro Rosso, sister. Ancient Order knew of your return. Our prophecy told us of a sister bringing us magical cards. We saw that it would open the doors to her past. Tell me, sister, did you bring us any magical cards? Sure did. Ah, the card of love. Use it wisely, sister. The Ace of Hearts has turned into a heart-shaped key. Ah, the card of death. Use it what? Ace of Spades turned into the spade-shaped key. Not what I actually anticipated happening here. But not altogether unwelcome, because that opens up two more doors in the hotel prop. Are Arch room here, which is study. Investigation office here on this. I really need to get the diamond card so that I can get in here. Use this to access the basement. don't have here. Yeah, I've been playing this game for a while. It's an incredibly good mystery. This is back half, I think. So, Shister, for a measly 10 American dollars, I can show you a trick I call the Disappearing Woman. It might take you to unexpected places. Do it. Your sport keeps the arts alive, sister. Yeah, please brace yourself. What's good, kid? You have traveled far to get here. Come closer and I will tell you how this all started. You know, this might actually be spoilers. This is the tragic story we call the Legend of Creation. Thousands of years ago, the third eye shone over the islands in the Far East. But one night it fell from the sky. A human found it, and when she held it, she saw the magic of this world. She had a vision, so she painted a creature in red ochre on a cave wall. That night, the Crimson Beast awoke. It spread chaos and death and devoured the human and her people. The story of the red creature became legend, but the third eye lived on and appears in the most unlikely of places to this day. Okay. The counter disappearing. Do you want to see the trick once more? It's free of charge for returning customers. Took my money. Do it again. Because we have so much money. Your sport keeps the arts alive, sister. Now please brace yourself. Your journey has been long to reach these lost woods. Come closer and I will tell you one of the legends we speak of in this forest. This is the tragedy of the tale of the Baroness and the treasure hunter, which we know the general gist of already. But now we're gonna get the full thing. Long ago there was a noble human born in a palace. Hidden in her palace was a long-lost treasure with a will of its own. Paint the world in red, it whispered to her in her dream. Driven by the influence of the treasure, she painted a treasure hunter who appeared in her palace as if real. Together they set out to find the treasure known as the Third Eye. When they found it, all magic and wonders of the world appeared before them. But with the vision came great misfortune. The artist said, "Who needs eyes when there is nothing left to see?" She cut out her eyes and blindly fell to her demise, not as a human baroness. Instead, she had become art. She had turned to red paint from a rusty old bucket. Her whole world faded away, as did the treasure hunter, but the third eye was once again prepared to trade hands. Counterspell. What is this? We actually saw that body. That body's in the backyard. I'll show it to you later. I gotta go back there today anyways. Sideshow, $10. Place. Your sport keeps the arts alive. Now please brace yourself. What's up, kid? You have traveled far to find this forest. Come closer and I will tell you something that you may have already guessed. This is the tragic story we call the Quest of Man. The legends tell of a human who saw magic, traveled to a dilapidated palace in the quest to find it. Somewhere on these grounds, he found the third eye. He held it, he saw the magic of this world. This encounter by holy and profane gave him a vision of his magnum opus. Filled by the spirit of the third eye, he saw a whole universe. Everything appeared before him through magic. Alas, magic likewise gained him mastery of a woeful truth. He found that art is only as good as art is only as good as its spectator. In a feeble protest against Mammon, the mediocrity of man, he cut out his eyes. The third eye once again became a lost treasure and the man faded away. Oh yeah, I can't part with mine because they're lasers. We're good. One more. Best use of money I've done. We're gone. Yeah, I've seen some of those before. Your journey has been long to get here. Come closer and I will tell you the final story which we tell in this. This is the tragic story we call the Last Street. Our child's cool. Our child has been nothing but helpful. Not long ago, there was an old artist who looked into a red mirror. In the mirror, she saw a young woman, and with her a man looking for a long-lost treasure. The old artist painted them a treasure map, which led them to a faraway palace. Together, they found the treasure known as the Third Eye. But in the shadows of the treasure lived a beast, which decided to hide in the shadows of the man. Not long had the beast lived in the shade until it grew hungry, devoured the man and his soul. To escape the beast, the woman shattered the red mirror and fled through it. On the other side, she met the old artist. The old artist opened her eyes one last time, and as the young woman told her the tragic story of the third eye. Ooh. Right. Very end. Do I still have the playing card? I do not. Fully taken from. I wish I could sort my. Oh, she's. Send me back. Also, normally she's not running right now because we have coffee. Hopper. Good dog. Quick. Always wash hands. Go investigate some. One hurts. To recoup my loss. Scrapbook. Scrapbook is full of newspaper and magazine. Toys on display in museum. Active exhibition open. Citizens visiting Ushinger. Hopes of seeing beautiful paintings on display was to be severely disappointed. Curator Anna Catherine Braun states that the art of the future will require participation. Spectator interact with the artwork and perhaps even co-create. The first wave of this so-called art is an exhibition called Verslauschen Ihren Rungen, spearheaded by Lorelei, a lesser-known artist from Frankfurt who thought it necessary to litter a fine institution like Bauschinger with childish puzzle boxes that only the most fixated could possibly open. A fine product for country fairs, no doubt. Fraulein Weiss's clothing and insistence upon wearing sunglasses indoors suggests that she has the hubris to think that her trinkets belong in the upper echelon of Art Society, opening boxes in search of locked memories. A prime example of what is wrong with her. They're talking shit. Report from Electronic Art Symposium, engineering artists. This week, the exciting Electronic Art Symposium took place in Kirsinger, Mass. The exhibition is open to everyone and hopes to show the exciting happenings of the world of electronic devices and how they can be used for more than work and calculations. Selected artist was Lorelei Weiss for her puzzle boxes and recently her innovative use of computers. Her contribution caused quite a sensation as its deliberate malfunction caused some panic. Weiss is not too keen to talk about what the work of art meant. She want to end discussions by giving it a correct answer. Veteran art critic Morris Talbot insisted it was a comment on the unreliability of technology. The concept artist Ichi Tanaka thought that Weiss wanted to show us the death of art. Ooh. Animal Terrible review. There can be little doubt that Renzo Nero is not a filmmaker for taste. Critics find him crude yet pretentious. His latest film won't be over, but I don't think Nero cares. Animal Terrible is in many ways an experiment in audience participation. A number of scenes present the audience with tough choices about what should happen next. Regardless of the audience choices in Una Terrible, the film always ends with Lucia coming back to life. This interactive film thus makes fun of its own concept of interactivity. Nero says this is a comment on the illusion of democracy, but works just as well as a joke about the illusion of interactivity. I like to think that we affect outcomes, but in truth, most of us are mere spectators. Scrofulous, tired eyes. It's the participation in the end that makes Un Animal Terrible such an intense viewing. Yeah. It should be essential viewing for anyone remotely interested in the development of narrative media, but be warned it is not a pleasant film by any means. Big in Monte Carlo will spend the money on new. Director caused some mirth when he arrived in Club Rouge with a grocery bag stuffed with American dollar bills and stated he was in there to clean house. According to witnesses, Renzo Nero was in good spirits and joked with both staff and other patrons. Despite the rumors about Renzo Nero, when it comes to romance, our reporter Mrs. Melissa Dubois caught Renzo Nero in the company of starlet Carla Romano, socialite Felicia Levy, both drinking champagne, but the big winner celebrated with a double espresso. Were you not afraid to lose such an amount? No, first of all, it wasn't my money. Secondly, I had seen in the stars that I would win. There was no reason to worry. Risky business, gambling with the production budget. If you lost, there would be no movie. There would be no movie, but it's better to have no movie than a bad movie. I needed more money than the studio gave me. Do you think you have set an example for other filmmakers? No, it was a terrible idea that turned out very well. Casinos are crooks, I got lucky. I'd recommend filmmakers to rob banks because gambling is immoral. Good luck with your next picture, Mr. Nero. Thank you, Bella. It'll be the one. We're restarting cinema from the beginning. Time and celluloid was magic, not for the passing of time between hamburgers. Thank God him beneath the article. Club door. Oh, this is big. This is actually one that we need. Death at Hotel Lestrade. The police are in. Worry about details. The police are investigating a death that occurred at the hotel yesterday evening. The hotel had been closed for the season, but according to neighbors, it had been film shoot in the week past. Confirmed that there is any correlation between the film production and the death. Commissar Schmidt, who is in charge of the investigation, refuses to release any further information. The investigation is in a delicate phase at the moment, and therefore the deceased's identity will not be released at the time. We cannot rule out the possibility of a crime, and as such, it is its standard procedure to treat it like a murder investigation. The police can this morning. Nero is special. Question. This is the movie that they're talking about. As by his wife and children, he cuts the eyes out of the family cat Lucia in a bit of revengeful rage. Sex starts to devour the still cat. It turns from white to black, and Ronaldo starts to keep a journal about its decay using macro photography. Here, report from the inside. The Third Eye Movement. Cult or commune? Reporters secretly joined the pilgrimage. I was confused when I received an invitation to an eye-to-eye session from the Third Eye Movement. Some research, mostly buying fellow writers a drink. My confusion turned to excitement. The Third Eye Movement is apparently a gathering of painters, musicians, composers, directors, photographers, and writers. So I thought it was in my capacity as a Mendig awarded journalist that I was invited. Jose Marie Gil, the year branch's Magnus artist, maintained that it was due to a little red collection of poetry released back in the 60s. Jose Mare made it clear that it would not occur to him to let journalists into their midst, as journalism is a reactive craft and not a creative one. You see, the third eye movement is solely for those filled with the power of creation, something I would hear more about in the weeks to come. What I thought was a secret club for the avant-garde Bohemians was something entirely different. Like being offered a seat at King Arthur's round table, I suddenly found myself part of a quest not for the grail, but for something else. Metaphysical power, an entity, a treasure of sorts? No one knew or wanted to tell me, but it was clear that it had, perhaps some thousands of years ago, appeared somewhere in Sulawesi. There's whispered of it as zeitgeist. Now believed it was to be found in Central Europe. Where are they now? Likewise. Our search for the elusive computer image innovator who never entered the spotlight. Unearthing obscure artists is the archaeology of the 21st century, whether it's a long dead nativist from Sweden, minimalist composer from Latvia, or mediocre Edwardian horror writer. They're all dug up and put on display. Obscurity adds value to a body of work. By digging them up, we deprive them of that value. But the thing about Lorelei Weiss's most interesting art is that it can't be sold because no one really knows if it exists anymore. Gallery owner Gaston Rousseau pours us a coffee in his apartment in Paris. Here he started to research the possibility of doing an exhibition which would act both as a tribute and retrospective of the eclectic artist. He had hoped to recreate her lost art with the help of Weiss herself, today's most admired name for art. It was the Gauguin of the electronic era, Rousseau tells Art Filter. All of Gauguin's work had been burned, that is. Weiss was an elusive figure even when she was in zenith, but after the Nero affair, for which she is sadly most, few have met her. Through Rousseau's network in the art world, managed to track her down in Hamburg and swiftly travel to arrange a meeting with her. I was too late. I had such big plans. Yeah, I was a fool to believe that I could create a renaissance for a long time forgotten electronic art pioneer. The old woman I met could hardly see, let alone speak. It looked like she didn't have much time left. The internet mystery of the OC fake, we dive deeper into the modern myth of the 1960s super. You've all heard the story by now. Alden Waldberg, where entrepreneurs Mick Otto and Rob Geeb building a Euro funland complete with golf courses, spas, and resorts, a constructor came upon a computer believed to be from the 1960s, CU3. First found in what was the basement of the old mansion, which previously stood on the ground. Later sold at a flea market and ended up in the hands of an anonymous individual known as K on several forums. He then claims to have managed to reconstruct parts of the data on the Great. Let's see on the internet. We've all been astonished by it, and we've all asked ourselves the same question. Was this type of technology available in the 1960s? Would an entire interactive retrospective be made or even fit on the primitive devices of that time? In the coming weeks, we will try to answer these questions and dive deeper into the mystery of the OCU3. Information. Over there. It has been a delight. I'll say that. Everything coming together very nice. This was given to me. Given me with the explicit request that I stream it. Yeah. think the club door up upstairs. Fourth floor. Anyways. Spades shape. Information. Full of incomplete and short notes. Done. Body moved. Americans. RN equals L. We know what that one means. There's a case file marked case 6301 3RN. Autopsy. Patient date time. Hotel last year. 3-1. It should be out is less than a week. Cause of death. The subject has a substantial visible fracture frontal. Fracture has caused a severe injury to the frontal lobe. Injury is lethal, but in all likelihood, the cause of death is cervical fractures, respectively. Death from circulatory shock due to fraction of the bulbous oculi cannot be completely ruled out. Third, fraction wounds from the orbita have been caused by a sharp non-surgical instrument. Inside the orbita are similar from a pocket knife, self-inflicted or by somebody else. Given the amount of glass found on and inside of the subject, there cannot be any doubt that the subject crashed through the window on the third floor. It's unlikely, but impossible, that the subject fell through the window due to the impact needed to pass. Therefore, the subject most likely either jumped through the window or was pushed. Death by illness or accident is unlikely, due to the evidence the subject either committed suicide or was the victim of manslaughter, murder, and involuntary manslaughter. Week later. Court 3, January. Witness. Me, probably. Commissar Schmidt. When did this change in behavior start? He was eccentric when I arrived, and then mental state took a turn for the worse after a call from the production company. Commissar Schmidt, frightened by him? But at some point you did find him frightening. You did. Commissar Schmidt asked, in what way did he make you uncomfortable? Not be hurt. Excuse me, Fraulein? He played with his revolver, and his thoughts were very dark. Uh-oh. Through 160. Evidence. Espresso cup, revolver, playing card, glass shards. Red paint was found. E, B, C, and D. Blood from the found on item D. Exact model or owner of item B could not be identified, presumably a pre-war Italian model. Find item. Area 114. Police Meter Andreas Coleman arrived at hotel last year at a quarter to past midnight. Is there greeted by probably okay. In a state of shock and spoke about eyes. After being calmed, they showed the officer on site the place. The piece was found on the gravel path, lying face down, facing the right arm was folded out beneath the body, while the left arm was stretched out. A pool of blood formed beneath the body. Several visible severe head injuries. The deceased had, in addition, severe injuries to shards of glass were scattered on the body. Around the same? Upon closer examination, additional red liquid near the body, believed to be red paint. 4 playing cards discovered in the pockets of the deceased. Second floor window above the body had been shattered. The deceased was dead upon the arrival of police. Police had beamed to Andreas Coleman. The deceased is identified by witness as citizen blank. According to blank, the deceased had inflicted blank upon blank and then blanked. Or 514, so the year after. No definitive proof of foul play has been discovered in conjunction with the death of blank. The physical evidence points towards. It has been established that blank suffered a narcotic down. There have been conflicting professional opinions on whether the stab wounds in blank could have been self-inflicted, but the majority state that blank frenzied state might have given blank very willpower to inflict the injuries themselves. Further interviews with witness have clear doubts about surrounding her involvement in death. Therefore, no measures will be taken in the case. Cool. That is loads of info. Mighty, no! Not like this. You're too good for this. No, currently lettuce is not good because it is a thing that's spreading around the bug. Upper. Solving the mystery. Yes, hi, Mighty. I help you do it. We're making clear progress. Yeah, Mighty's fine. Card of luck. Wisely. Got a club-shaped key. It off. The Ace of Diamonds. The card of wealth. Well, you just did it right. You addressed them as friends. Diamond shaped key. We got all the cards. It's been a wonderful audience. Hey, no. Mighty, mighty, mighty myth, mighty mouse, myth, mouse, mighty math, math, mighty mono. Friend of many names. Who's that good boy? Who's that good boy? Name of the lawsuit. Ask. I've been loving that. Crazy. It got a lot better starting last stream. Like it was at 7 and 8 last stream when we actually got into 1963. Took it to 9. Yeah, baby. American dollar. Oh, lamp. Hey, Uni, how you doing? There's not much to bargain for. I've got the $17 on site. We know about the Falcon. You're looking 14 minus 18. I should have known. Another $1. Progress today. I knew leaving off where we did yesterday was gonna lead wonderful things. Before we go down there. The gun. Hey, Spice, hey. I'm doing alright. Our brains are expanding today. As we left off, upon finding the Teatro Rosso yet. Which was quite possibly the best decision that I have made playing. Would it be in the basement? I have been solving a bunch of the puzzles that I've been sitting on. We've got information to solve this stuff in the red. And get the last key in here. I've solved 5 puzzle boxes for the pages on my biography. I know that it's me. We went into room 1963 yesterday. Hey DJ, how you doing? Here. You've kept me locked up for 51 years. Is it not time to let me go, Signorina? Locked photo is taped to the door. Check the photo. Hmm. Tell her. Yep. You're as merciful as the bear eating salad. That's you. We can finally start to wrap this project up. Settled for the Madonna on this cassette. Named the artist. See you soon, Signor. Uh, do a solution. Sure do. Upper, I need your help. I want you to go bite his hand off. Okay. What do we want to do? Suppose one mystery begets another, huh? Why? Can't. hanging out there. Hate that I know what she's. Still playing. Or do we? Actually, that's right. The club store is down below. The red maze. One more. Here because it didn't have a thing that there. That's fine. I miss a single. Oh, well, I can't say this isn't deserved. That is it. Long. Slap him. As you can see, you've got me into trouble. Quite the metaphor you have created, Signorina. Escape artist who cannot break free of cat. That set me pretty significant. Again. Oh. Did I miss? Oh my. It is true. Oh, you know what? That stopped me. I'm the most handsome person that I've ever seen. I saw that coat, and I'm like, alright. There's only one person in a goddamn coat in this house. That's me. That's it. Now that we are on our way to freedom from the monetary system, get back to the project. The man on this cassette is perfect for our needs. Give me $1. Very terribly handsome. Don't let anybody tell you. Especially not your cat. Absolutely not. Final cut shortcut 14 is staying right closed. Shortcuts hopefully aren't required to finish the game. They just get me an achievement. Why you? This isn't Leighton. Fortunately, I do know that it's right because every puzzle is a percentage. Didn't wrote it down from my direction. Silly, saving us immense amount to figure out what to do. I redo. Of course, my pencil should bend to bird. Right. Left. Right. Left. Left. Right. I don't want to think about where to put these. I'm pretty sure I know where to put. But ignorant can be bliss. But if coach. Threaded it. I believe we now have the answer. This is another key here. If he dreamed me, this key must not be mine. 70. Given our pass. Perish. Did the dead woman's 1847. In. I am but a story. He must not be mine. Which 1962 issue of Cinema Okyo can you read a review? Terrible. It's so nice having answers. Correct. Pass, gamble, cash a parish. Which year was the case? 55. 64. I think we check these. I don't know that one. I don't think anything else talks about the transcript. This one. Oh, I have two new keys, 73 and 83. Ew. Third floor. Perpetually saving. New page for this. Two, three, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Paintings. Very mixed media interpretation. With a simple brushstroke, the artist shows us the importance of art, whether young, old, big, or small. Our lives are not complete without it. Be the theory of 1970. That. Uh-oh. Oh, this. Okay. Got what we needed. I do wish I could sort my inventory or drop the key I collect. Fine, 1982. Every day we visit parallel realities on our screens. 82. The artist employs this idea to show us how we can perceive the same space in different ways. The work itself leaves us wondering about which is most true, the reality around us or the one on the screen. Seven zero eight five. Six. Wrong, then it's start with. other way. Very good. Indeed, her own body of work had been entangled with the tragedy. She completely disappeared from the art and passed away. In 73, she briefly resurfaced from the project Loop for display on Alimayu Yunus's gallery in Paris. Multifaceted project combining sculptures, cameras, and interactions between objects. Recollected in an interview with the art filter. The result was stunning, but I can sense there was something wrong. She never came to the opening of the show. In fact, I never saw her again. Ew. Excellent. Delphine Pitoef, member of the cult avant-garde band Peak, one of many who joined the Third Eye. Left in the big exodus after the infamous pilgrimage to Wessie in 2. Seemed too sharp to believe in this stuff the rest of us had fallen for. She acted as if she searched for buried treasure, but she was hopeless in her eyes. How far did they? So, we are down to one puzzle. Puzzle box wrap. Puzzle box is 1938. Reached 8%. So high up now. Every now and then I think myself, and I remember, partly not. All right. So this one is side by side. Sleepy is simple. Probably going to need. Does not incorporate. I feel like if I do incorporate, it becomes far more complex than most of the doors. So that is puzzle is the picture in the order each side. Oh, we can go. Lady, two more things. This black. Last thing missing. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I know what these are now, and I hate it. Means we need to solve the last puzzle box. A further flight of. Each of these portraits on the sides go up from in size from 1 to 5. Each one has a set. So in this case, 9 is 1. 3 would be. This is why I said it gets more complex than in the. Then I guess you have to rearrange the numbers based on the size. The polygon in picture. Mhm. That's stupid. Try what I just did because it's really making me feel if that's the right answer. If it's not, then I know it's definitely picture. Mighty, this is the last one. I've solved every other one except for this one. You would certainly think that I've made enough progress to know how to solve things. You'd be surprised. Just big is within us cares display for everyone to see. Hmm. So at the moment, I have on my piece of paper 2 rows of lines, 5 spaces, one for each number that's. Then next to these lines, I have size of the paint. So on this side, 1, 4, 2, 5, I think. Side it would be 1, 4, 3, 5. Each painting corresponds. So now we know. This is wrong. Left side, it's actually 2 is in the back, 3 is in the middle. Modern technique. Effective. Correct. Pairs. Display. I'm gonna start laughing at myself because I swear to God, I just don't. I don't understand this place. I'm so sorry. I'm hopeless. Why did it have to be the one time that you could actually show up and watch? That I just get brick walled so hard on a puzzle. Yes. Camera is there to look. Functionality of the camera is that. Oops. And correct. Because I've somehow managed to solve every other one. Price had to be paid at some point. Can't be this. It's dirty. Cannons. Or says one, three, two, push us. Let's sort this out. Next one is seen on my notes. Hey, me. Only fear what it's like to work with. The name of our aunt, Camilla. Her parents started worrying about the situation in the city, and in 1938 they decided she could go live with her aunt. Several nervous breakdowns and her grip on reality. But however, look back at the 4 years with happiness. Together about art, but often forgot to feed me. She prepared me well for life as an artist. It is every puzzle box. Now we gotta sort out. It is all. Now to go. That's right. It's the elevator that leads to it. Take this. I don't know. We'll ask the computer. Regrettably, my sticky note is in my late. This. Oh, what? I forgot about this one. This is half. Only none of this corresponded to what we needed to actually access this. Ah! Kill him. See what this. Statue. Look at this. Very important number. Out of here, magician. Let me look. The discussion earlier. Is it Mystery Funhouse where people were going, why isn't prime number? Yeah, I remember. Prime numbers are fine. As long as I don't fail. Good. It doesn't because it's a unit. Prime number. Still haven't seen these. Yeah, because then you have to scramble. You have to learn. Do crazy. think we've seen. Good times. That's a different problem. I don't think will work for all. In fact, I think I know what the criteria. It was on F. I'm an idiot. Okay, so I know what the next thing is. One of those is in the right position. They're the error codes from the. Now we really need to figure out this in order to get the next error. You're the one that solve? Get to put up prime numbers. That's the one that's not the one. I did start writing this. Heard of me. Last digits that are missing. In top of the and very silly. I forgot the H would have been lowercase. I wrote it down capitalized. Ah, that annoys me. Report 1. Force issue 1 Gamma trying to walk past the sign by the boulder in the direction the sign is pointing triggers information. Sets the player trans effectively triggering the cycle event. Result in a software crash. This one I've done. Delta standing by the magician, spinning around on the spot will set the magician correctly. Correct software data. Spending the game when close to the grave will result in the software starting in a test area when resuming interact 1, then 8, then grade 4, then 5, 7 crashes. I have cheating a bit. I know exactly what I'm looking for now. Right, cheating done. Now we just need to be able to all of these out access. Some washed up rapper. Thousands. Let me consolidate stuff. Move on. Part of me wants to nothing. What to do with it? Well, I'm looking at it. Cross all four of these. Stop that. I'm not gonna keep trying even if I hate you, Dean. There's no 2 on this keyboard. I can't even eat 2 danishes. I was looking at each of the sequences, each of the sets of words. A chair, letters N, oh, I have it. Because the last one was left with 3. The first one that we password of that one. But I think I got it though. On the right track. Something basic again. But it is the right track. Corelore. That definitely means something to me, and it means something to Spice. Yes. Yes. I am fairly certain I figured out what 1, 2, and 3. They are the missing letters in the name. There is no 4. You talking about 4? You insane? Make sure. Type in 1, 2, 3. Yes. That is the answer. Or rather, that is the answer to 1, 2, 3. I know what I said. I needed to finish the thought because the gears are still turning. Well, gray cells don't have coffee today. Yes. It's in the other room. It's in the book. It's in the encyclopedia. It's fucked up. Not the name. Thank you. Appreciate failings being put to bear. That allows me to move on. Make progression. Fucking stupid is what. It's Cyber. Standing closely behind the opposite direction she pointed. Trigger a corrupt animation for the pointing woman pressing the button. The wall to which the woman was pointing will erupt and lose collision. Here's place. You're helping. There, I can. This one there is, but it's down below. The library, which we've done. Don't need this one. You anymore. Always. It's opposite. And closely behind the woman. Woman. Oh. Nope. Or E. You. Sponge. This one, Theta. Standing close to the lonely grave, spending the game mode. Death there. 7, because of course it is. Always 7. Good on that week. Software. For 9B. Alright, let's rock and roll. Put me in, coach. The terribly. Ran. Southwest. I'm happy with what I've done here. Like I'm summoning Deoxys. Up, kid. I've gone deep below. Truth will begin to surface from here. Have you met with the Minotaur in the hallways of wisdom? Stone brother resides ahead. He holds a message for his brother. Bring him right of those we then will leave a message. Unable me to get over. Nine fragments unite in third eye. Enneahedron. I got $1. A portion of the inscription. The Minotaur below, eyes of the dead red. Crying blood. Holy heck. So we know where the last eye is. Just stop like that. Twice, please. It scares me. Problem is, how do we access? There it is. Problem is, thing with a number long. Oh, but now that we've been to the center, we know that it's two. Get to the center of the quick. %. Let's go. I have no idea where I am. I am. Right, get out of here. Up. Here's the very last. Or himself. Do this. It will most certainly. You've done well to come this far. But only the notions merely are. Question. Top to bottom, which is my under. Goodbye. Well, because we don't know the answer. I knew reading the question, I didn't know the. Leads us, of course, back to this eye. job. I think time we play this. Now we've reached the end of both. Need to figure out this code to get to the end of the bed. We need information from there. Complete trials. Let me make sure statue doesn't give me actual freaking. That didn't give me sign in. Three. Less select. But for now, I'm going to hop off because I need to eat dinner. I appreciate you guys for watching. Been an interesting one, for sure. Yeah, Andy's playing Rabbit Ribby. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys later. Have a nice night.